Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Izzabitin Zulkifli and I'm the one who represents my group number 5. And our topic is the status of local authority compare and contrast the district council. And our main issue is the case study of a water issue problem occurs between district council in Selangor and Kelantan. First of all, in Malaysia, there are consists of federal, state and local government. The system using government administration is under the parliament democracy and constitutional monarchy. Under this chapter, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government is responsible for compose, execute and supervise all laws and regulation on behalf of the local government, while local authority consists of city council, municipal council and district council. The local authority is responsible for providing the service for people, improve public infrastructure, enhance public utilities, and provide basic public health and waste management. The revenue of this local authority is derived from the tax, funds, and money allocation from federal and state government. The overview of our case study is water is a critical factor in all social and economic activity. Though Malaysia is blessed with enough water sources, the demand for water in the country has increased in recent years. This paper focuses on the current problem and concern facing Malaysia's water resources, especially in Kelantan and Selangor. The demand for water in Malaysia has steadily increased, and recently, as a result of this pandemic, there has been high demand for the water in countries that support heavy industrialization and large-scale agriculture for rice production. This is because it is meant to ensure that enough water is provided for people food supplies. Selangor has reported as the highest water supply issue in Malaysia in recent years, even after cases of KL and Putrajaya which have been removed. According to Datuk Seri Zaini Ujang, Secretary General of Green Technology and Water Ministry, in New Straits Times, the water reserve margin in Selangor in 2017 was at 0%, which was identified as among the main factors behind the state water problem. This means in Selangor case, there are almost no excess water to supply to the citizen even during drought and burst of pipes. Moreover, earlier this year, Selangor implemented the scheme Datuk Ehsan policy, which resulted in the number of people receiving 20 cubic meters of free water in just 1 act for household. Next, interruption of program and other failures in the water sector are contentious topic in Kelantan. Kelantan is ranked 30th in Malaysia on the basis of state-specific group composite index, and a significant proportion of the population live in rural areas. There are a lot of problems in Kelantan. Water industry with low coverage of water supply, the highest rate of non-revenue water in the world, low production capacity and low water supply in Planning Unit 2006, according to the Malaysian Insight, discovered that air Kelantan Sdn Bhd does not supply any water to several villages in Kelantan. Some of the local had to privately fund gravity feed system as the state government does not bother to solve the problem. The purpose of this report is to analyze how the district council manage and solve the issue of water management in Kelantan and Selangor. Move into the issue of water in Selangor. Water disruption in Selangor are increasingly becoming a problem, often leaving millions of households high and dry for several days to even a week, with notice issued only at the last minute, causing inconvenience to business and industry reliant on a steady water supply. The rivers that are most commonly polluted at Sungai Semenyih and Sungai Selangor on October 17. As Selangor issue had a statement, a total of 686 areas would be affected by another disruption because the Sungai Selangor water treatment plant. As Klang Valley is hit by repeated water cuts and others have one question water mismanagement agency efficiency, ranging from burst pipe to overstream being polluted with solver here is list of water disruption in the state since the start of the year. Among the causes of the first one, the first case is February 7. There are 57 areas in Gombak face water disruption due to the burst pipe at the Hulu Kelang Pump House. Repair works were complete at 6:30 p.m. on the same day, with the water supply returning to the normal within 24 hours. Second, March 17, water treatment plant in Sungai Selangor Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 and Ratau Panjang were forced to halt operation for other pollution we detected at the wrong watermarks intake source in Sungai Selangor. The water supply was fully restored only the next day. The third case is April 16. Another round of odor pollution resulted in the Sungai Selangor water treatment plant Phase 1, Phase 2 and Phase 3, shutting down affected 12 million sources in KL, Petaling, Kelang, Shah Alam and Kuala Selangor, Hulu Selangor, Gombak and Kuala Langat. Operation resumed on the following morning with the water supply slowly resolved in the normal starting on the noon for the next 24 hours. Move into June 11, a water pipe near Jalan Langat in Kelang burst, affecting the area of Hulu Bistari and Baru 5 exits. Repairs were complete by 1:30 p.m. on the same day and water supply complete restored by 2 a.m. on June 12. In July 14, almost 300 areas were affected by the scheduled water disruption due to repair and improvement works to the Sungai Selangor Phase 3 water treatment plant. Next, in August 11, 20 areas in Gombak faced another round of water disruption, this time due to scheduled upgrading and replacement of critical assets at the Sungai Gombak water treatment plant. The water supply was fully restored by the 9:30 am the following days. In addition, the September 3, 1,292 area in Klang Valley, Petaling Klang, Shah Alam, Kuala Selangor, Hulu Selangor, Gombak and Kuala Langat experienced an unscheduled water supply disruption following the halting of operation of water treatment plant in Sungai Selangor phases 1, 2, 3 Rantau Panjang due to odor pollution that was later identified has come to the factory in Rawang. Last issue is in October 4. The water treatment plant in Semenyih at Bukit Tempoy ceased operation at 4:30 p.m, leaving the 274 areas in Petaling, Hulu Langat, Kuala Langat and Sepah without water. The cause of was attributed to the odor pollution said to have originated from the Nila Industrial Estate to Negeri Sembilan, which encountered Sungai Semenyih from Sungai Batang Benar. Sungai Semenyih resumed operation to the October 6, following by the Bukit Tempoy the following day with water supply restored in stages with the next 24 hours. Move into on how District Council solved the issue. Firstly, the factory responsible for Sungai Selangor pollution that shut down by the authorities with regards to the contamination that resulted in the water treatment plant being shut down. The factory in question has been confiscated and closed. Among the effort being taken to clean the water is using activated carbon to reduce the bad odors, pumping 400 gallons of water from the Besari Jaya water catchment and releasing water down the sungai tinggi and flush the dilute the contaminated waters. Secondly, confiscated the heavy machinery maintenance plant. A team of MPS enforcement officer together with land and district office carry out integrated operation without permission at the factory. As the demolition action was carried out in accordance Section 4 to 5 on the National Land Code, meanwhile, in discussion was made to be said the state government plan to move all the factory that risk of causing the river pollution to new industrial area developed with factories that is relocated that suitable industrial area and not near the river. Thirdly, add conduct officer and staff to increase control, recruit more than 20 professional enforcement personnel are expected to be appointed in the near future of the effort to curb water pollution incident at Selangor. Lastly, arresting the suspect who polluted Sungai Selangor by imposing remand action punishment. According to Selangor Criminal Investigation Department Chief Datuk Fazil Ahmad was quoted saying that his party has arrested the 4 suspects of Gombak Damansara and Kelana Jaya Selangor, which found that there are activity of dumping chemical and sewage hole in the premise, which is suspect to continue to flow into the community areas. Next issue is water issue in the Kelantan. More than 1,000 residents in 3 villages which are Kampung Pantai Mekmas, Kuala Besar and Kuala Pisang Jalan Pantai Cahaya have been facing the water problem for more than 5 years, and they have to take river water for their daily use where the river is quite far from the home. Among the causes of water problem faced by the residents in Kuala Besar and Gunung Bachok is due to low water pressure and insufficient supply. For Gunung residents, they have water supply from Cica water treatment lure through Bukit Kecil Tank, Bukit Mara and so on. Due to the effects of the drought and heat that caused the area to experience water supply problems due to the low pressure because the drought, water supply in the tank has dried up. The residents of the area and no longer get enough water supply to their daily use. The next water problem is that water used to become quite dirty and can no longer can use for the daily use, where the water is murky and the water is a bit muddy. The effect has the ability of small and medium industry entrepreneurs in the state ensuring the continuity of their business. Among the factors of the water colour becoming rusty in the failure in the supply of treated water in Kelantan Cedar Berhad, the Ministry of Health through a separate experiment and found that the water in the state contained arsenic, mercury, mutagenes, and that can lead which are the metals that all can be harmful to the health, including cancer. Move into on how the district council can solve the issue. Firstly is the creation of groundwater filters. That material used for this groundwater filter is from oil palm waste medium obtained from the method of burning palm fruit, where the waste from the resulting material is used as the basic material of the filter media developed. This water filter project is also used to treat water resources in the affected area where it contains low quality water resources, especially in terms of smell and yellowish brown. Subsequently, the result of the groundwater filter project and laboratory test conduct confirmed that filter water was safe to use and chemical free. Next is to build a dam and to make construction project a success. But first of all, it all necessary to get construction approval from the federal government. The project is a long-term project to solve the flood problem that often occur in the area. TNB is also a project planner and this project has been approved and will be built soon. The construction dam is not only control flood but also to form and supply water and also play a role in the production of hydroelectric resources. Lastly, to deal with seawater seepage in the landfills. This is to prevent the contamination to the groundwater and river systems and non-sewage wastewater management. This is because there are some residents who use 100% water source from the rivers and sea. So if the river and sea are not clean or do not infiltrate, the water used by the resident in the area will be polluted and the water used is not safe to drink because it is dangerous to health. In conclusion, local authority has their own responsibility to manage the district and they also have several important findings to improve their service toward their district. Every meeting of any administration meeting should make a structured approach to enhance and practice their own responsibility to make it clear on their function and responsibility on every level in government, especially local authority. In other hand, there are also lack of human resources that can affect the entire service, provide quality of service and by the local authority. There are also lack of knowledge, motivation and expertise officer in local activity in delivery service and to do their tasks. In this case, they should train all the employees to ensure they can understand their job scope and do their tasks properly. Every district should be concerned in order to satisfy public opinion and resolve all the problems that has occurred to the district. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Hope you have a good day.